kick them, you bash them, you grab them by the hair and start smashing face, and when they're down, you beat them some more. Ask anyone who's played Double Dragons, and they'll agree, it's pure beat 'em up fun. But riddle me this, what happens when you mix in Ninja Gaiden and Final Fantasy? Answer, this. Step back, Jackie-chan, move aside gently, eat the floor, Tom. The Kickmaster's here. A fantastic game, for whatever reason, fell through the cracks. Unlike Double Dragon, which was praised and admired, Kickmaster was denied recognition, and in turn, sank into obscurity. It seems for every game that succeeds, there's always another doomed to fade away. Well, not today! Released in 1992, Kickmaster came to the States thanks to Taito, but the real masterminds behind this are the developers at Kindle Imagine Develop, or KID for short. The same guys responsible for Low G-Man, Burai Fighter, and both G.I. Joe video games. Kickmaster is unique, and unique is good. How many NES games that are part Double Dragon, part Ninja Gaiden, part Final Fantasy, and all kick-ass awesome? The real beauty for this game lies in how all three genres combine to deliver a stellar, one-of-a-kind experience. Like having Peach and Daisy together with Rosalita in the middle. Saucy! The basis of the game is simple. Kick monster hide, gain experience, and learn new moves like the knee bash, the double kick, and the dragon kick for a total of 10 bone-crushing kicks. Yep. That's the brilliant part. KID tapped into the NES control's full potential. Learning attacks unlocks new movesets, giving more power to the player, adding the element of growth for them to experience. As our blue-clad hero grows, so do the many ways to bust Gluteus Maximus. Take for instance Final Fantasy, a game that thrives on your characters building strength and acquiring new abilities. Now to the game, they've gotten stronger, but it doesn't feel different for the player. It's still the same old routine where you repeatedly pick the same commands over and over, with the only difference of a new spell. This is where Kickmaster stands out from the rest. Every level changes the dynamics of the game, providing a service that refreshes gameplay. In short, it's like playing a whole new game without the game over. Oh, sweet! Though KID wasn't the first to try this idea, they did perfect it for Kickmaster. For an added bonus, the developers programmed a tutorial showing all the attacks, their movesets, and the levels where each is rewarded. Now I know this is nothing new to modern gamers, but imagine if games didn't come with tutorials, or instruction manuals, or game packs didn't exist. What would you do then? Probably what every kid did growing up with the NES. You press all the freaking buttons, and it quickly turns into a daunting process of trial and error. Even when you pull off that Hadouken, you're saying to yourself, how the fuck did I do that? I mean, you're mashing every possible combination all at once. So how the hell should you remember how you did it in the first place? Can you imagine how hard it would be with a PS2 controller? So in that respect, I can appreciate how KID and their creation were ahead of its time. Half the challenge of Kickmaster are the controls. The game's difficulty isn't a question of mastering your attacks, rather knowing which and when to use them. I mean, it's not rocket science to know a flying kick over a series of bottomless pits isn't the smartest idea in the world. But like any fighting game, the more you play, the more the motions become second nature to you. Your fighter in blue would need every fancy trick against the 18 bosses standing in his way. That's right, some as big as the screen itself. Damn, that squid is huge! But don't fret, these souls of death are not alone. Spirits will grant you magical aid in your quest. Each stage has two of them, one from defeating the boss and another hidden somewhere within the level. Their abilities range from bouncing balls, to lightning, to healing, to whatever the fuck that is. But all pale in comparison to the Granddaddy, a force no one can escape. Mere words can't even describe the sheer terror of this unstoppable beast. Our colleagues at R&D have been working hard to come up with a name for this god-fearing monstrosity, and it is... Seriously, it is that cheap. Here I am fighting the final boss and not even breaking a sweat. All I'm doing is casting the spell, virtually making her immobile, and beating the hell out of her. It's practically a cheat code incarnate. Done! All in all, Kickmaster is an interesting mix and has a lot to offer. For a late title... What? Congratulations, fellow video gamer. Once again you have triumphed over a difficult task, but the fun is just beginning. Press start for a more difficult task. If you think you're up to it? I don't believe it. The game just called me a pussy. No, it's not like other games, where they just gently tap you on the shoulder and go, "Hey, there's another quest you can play. It's tougher and harder than the last one. Just letting you know." Oh no, it's up your face and,
"Fool! My grandma, with one arm tied while fending off ninjas and zombies, can play better than you, sucker! Come back when you finally get rid of those training wheels. If you can."
Well, gauntlet thrown, challenge accepted, bring it on! Okay, I got my keister handed to me. Think you could do better? Here's the password. All in all, Kickmaster is a great game, an interesting mix of familiar traits and qualities that make it stand on its own 2 feet. Fans of Castlevania, Double Dragon, and Ninja Gaiden will get a kick out of it, but it does have its shortcomings. There's little to no story, so the use of cutscenes seems redundant. A 2-player versus mode or co-op would have been a nice feature. And the game is short and can be beaten in a dedicated afternoon or weekend. For a late NES title, the graphics aren't as polished as other titles, so... You know what? Who cares? Here I am playing games for a 20-year-old system, and I'm complaining about graphics? Screw it! You don't play games for the graphics, you play them because they're fun, and that's the truth.